Hello everyone, this is this week's food we're going to cook this week, and we're going to do jerk chicken. Now before you start, we're not entirely going to be using all the seasoning of jerk chicken, but I'm going to tell you, the whole thing about jerk chicken is the fact that you have to add on even to the stuff like this. I bought this at Ultra. You can buy it basically anywhere. I also can get it at Pete's and other places like that, but I got the mild sauce. Now, if you look for Jamaican jerk chicken, which is basically what most restaurants actually are cooking, because there's different versions of jerk chicken, because jerk chicken is a Caribbean dish, and the Caribbean's kind of big. So there's different versions, and different islands make their versions of jerk chicken. So you have to be very specific about what kind of jerk chicken you are making. We are making Jamaican jerk chicken, just so as we move forward. And I got the mild sauce because that's basically as hot as I'm trying to get, because I'm not a hot person, but we are also adding hotness to it. So just be warned, it's a hot dish. So, you know, get your water, get your milk, and once we're all done, it's going to taste wonderful, but understand that you're going to be a little hot. So what we need is cloves, garlic, our seasoning. We got 2 because we have 8 pounds of chicken. Ground cinnamon, yes, ground cinnamon. Soy sauce, hot sauce, and lemon. You can also put in ginger. We don't have grounded ginger, and the pieces of ginger, although it sometimes works, you have to marinate it, and we're only going to marinate for 8 hours. So if you're doing it overnight, pieces of fresh garlic is usable, but you have to understand the chicken needs time to absorb all these seasonings. So the fresher it is, the longer you have to actually marinate. So usually they try to have it for a day, because you know you don't want to spoil the chicken. And the fact that it is, and it can also affect other food in there. You cannot have it leaving out. You have to have it in your refrigerator, because you're going to go to work. Right before you go to work, you put it in the marinade. You come back from work, you're going to cook it. Now you can barbecue it and put the sauce onto it in your barbecue, or you can bake it in the oven. We're going to bake it in the oven. Sometimes baking in the oven is easier, sometimes it's not. You do still have to marinate it in the sense of putting the extras on, so you're going to be opening up the oven back and forth when you marinate. But there's only 2 steps, so you know this is really good for people who are really busy. Night before or like the day of, you do all these process. You've already the night before taken the chicken out. The chicken's ready to be defrosted. Now it's time to put the mix in. You come back home. You're real tired. You put it in the oven after you finish doing all the rest of the stuff that you have to do when you come home, especially with children. You pop it open. They eat the last of the leftovers that's left. You wash all the dishes, and once everybody's done for the night, you have jerk chicken and you're ready to go. So let's start our mix. All right. As I said, everything needs to be combined all together. So as you can see, this is a thick one. Now, don't worry if not everything is coming onto each thing, because one thing you have to understand too is that you're going to get your hands dirty. And if you're going to get your hands dirty and you're going to smush it around, it doesn't matter if it's not every single piece, as you can see. Now, we're going to open up another one. And you can really smell it. You can smell the hotness already, even before it's cooked. So that's always good. Holy shit. It is hot, 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 hot. All right, 2 canisters of that. Let's put in our cloves. It's normal if you are not a hot person to start to sneeze and stuff. Garlic. It's really coming together, people. It's really coming together. Cinnamon. You don't have to put that much cinnamon. It's just an offset. It's just like sugar. To make sure, you know, you don't burn yourself. Also, hot sauce is whatever you feel comfortable with. We're not going to put a lot because I want to actually be able to eat this. But, you know. And also, so you know, with the citrus and all that stuff like that, hot sauce has a lot of different other stuff inside of it. So you should also be aware of the fact that you're doubling on certain ingredients. So don't worry about that. So that should be enough. Remember, we're going to mix it all together. Soy sauce is another off-balance different taste. So I put a little bit extra in sometimes. Ooh. Because, you know, that's the good mix of it. And it helps with the mixing also. Because you like it when a plan comes together. And yes, I've put in the rest of the soy sauce in because soy sauce will help with things afterwards when it cooks. So, and remember to recycle, everyone, with your glasses. The jerk chicken that I have is glass, soy sauce glass. So remember that. And next, what we're gonna do is the mixing time. Nothing should be the same, should be different colors. Everything should, after all the mixing, should be the same. After everything's said and done, everything should be moved into their specific areas, because once you're done doing this, you're going to put it in the refrigerator and you're going to forget about it. You're going to go to work. As you can see, it's taken about 10 minutes to do, so that's something you can easily do in the morning, or you can even get up a little earlier and put a little extra time into it. As you can see, look how wonderful that is, how everything is coming together. Make sure that everything is covered, put together. Nothing is a different color anymore. Everything is the same. Everything is put together. And this is how it looks. 8 pounds of chicken. We're going to put it in the refrigerator, and when we come back on the next video after 8 hours, so I'll be going to work now, we're going to then bake it. And we're going to see how it looks after that. So before we put it in, I'm going to show you how it looks. Remember, before we do any of these steps, it should be completely defrost, because that's an issue with putting in raw food in the refrigerator, is when it's not completely defrost. When it's defrosting, it releases germs sometimes. So always be aware. Always be aware if you have small children. to keep this away from open foods. And have a good time. We'll come back again in 8 hours. See ya.